Hey, what's up everyone? It's Morey Croson here from the Performance Lab in California, and we have another new breakdown for you today on DK Metcalf. He is the receiver from Ole Miss, 6'4", 225 pounds, but still was able to run a 4.3 40-yard dash, which is just unfreaking believable. But it's also really cool because now we can get a breakdown on it. So that's what we're doing today. Just give you some more information on what made it so he was able to run such a fast 40. Let's get into the numbers. Let's get into the details. Let's figure out what he's doing well that helped him in accomplishing this crazy feat. And what I would say is the big thing here is just being able to get a really consistent numbers in his overall sprint, and where it looks like he was able to really excel there is really getting a lot of hip drive, right? So if you watch him run, what really stands out is he's all hip drive, getting those knees out in front of him, getting his feet out in front of him, and it seems like that is a important thing that you got to be able to do. Is you got to almost get your range falling forward, or your body falling forward as you're running. The more that I've been seeing the 40-yard dash, and the more that I see that there's a little bit of a difference between what you want in the 40-yard dash compared to what you want the 100 and the 100, because it's a little bit more of like there's an endurance part of it as well, being able to maintain that really high-end speed for a period of time. And then you compare that to what you do with the 40, where you don't have to be top speed, just how fast can you get to top speed. So, the big difference is that when your foot ends up underneath you, when you're sprinting, that's a little bit more of that endurance, longer period of time type of run. But when your head is out almost a little bit more in front of your body, in front of your foot, so you're kind of going more that way rather than being straight up and down. That seems to be very beneficial for the 40. So really trying to get your body lean a little bit more forward. Still being able to get your hips through, still being able to get that knee drive, but just having a little bit more overall, forward positioning is crucial in being able to maximize your overall performance. Okay, so just really trying to work on getting that head out in front of you. I think is something that you want to do within the 40. Now, how did he get really good numbers? Is one, it really does serve you to be taller, right? So there's a big difference between if you're 5'9", 5'10", then you want to have a longer contact time. Longer contact time if shorter contact time if taller. All right. So if you're shorter overall, if you're a shorter person, then you want to have a longer contact time, and if you're a taller person, you want to have a shorter contact time. Okay. So if we watch Metcalf here, what he does a really good job is when he's first starting, like right here, 14 seconds is where he steps down, presses back off, 1.6. It's pretty good. 14.26 when he touches the left foot, 14.4 when he gets it off. So it's about 1.4 seconds is how much time he's spending on the ground right from the get-go. Right, he's pretty quick there, right there. He got on the ground 15-ish, touched the ground about 15 or maybe 14.46. But he's back off the ground in 14.59, so that's 1.2, 1.3, touching there at about 6.9, off at about maybe 8.2. Okay, so he's already into the low ones there that quickly. So now we're getting that to 20 yards. Now at 20 yards, boom, left foot touches 16.43. Back off, probably 16.54, so about 1.1 or 0.11. Touching at 6.6. Off by 7.6, so that's probably about 0.8 right there in terms of his contact time on the right side. So, and really the elite levels where you want to get to, if you're over 6'4", you want your numbers to be under 0.1. 0.1. Sorry, let me try to. There we go. Under 0.1. Okay, so I guess actually that's if you're 6'4", I had it before. You want it to be under 0.1. Okay, in terms of how fast you want your contact time to be, and that's probably anybody that's like over 6'2". Over 6'2", you want to have under 0.1 contact time, and then your overall time spent in transition. And this is just, this is just going by the numbers. So here we'll go with the let's go actually to 30 yards now. So 30 yards, he touches the ground here at 2.9. More importantly, he's pressing off at about 3.9. 3.9. Cycles all the way through. Touches back down at 7.0. Which is really, really good. 0.31 seconds off the ground in that transition time. So we're looking at how long his left leg was off the ground. 0.31. That's very, very fast. So that's where his overall, the biggest benefit he's getting is that he's able to, for as big as he is, he's still not spending very much time with his foot off the ground. So here again, 0.76 here at the right side, or sorry, 17.60. Boom. This is when he presses off, touches back down at probably about 9.5. 17.95. This one's probably better. 0.35. Still in a really good range for what his height is. Being at 3.5 is in a pretty optimal spot. This one I might have messed up. This one's probably closer to. Let's go back to this one. Might have stopped it too fast. So that's 3.9 is definitely when he comes off, but I think he might have touched it closer to like 7.4. Not 7.0, he's still off. 7.3, probably like 7.4 is when he touched it. So that's still 0.35 there. So the point being is that he's spending, so he's really good with the contact time. I'd say he can maybe improve the contact time. That would probably be the best thing that he could do. But because he gets to his contact time, really fast, like that low contact time, very fast, that means he has really good acceleration. So, the faster that you can get to the contact time that you're aiming for, which could be, 0.1, maybe under 0.1, then the better that you're going to do in the 40. And then for the guys that are the shorter guys, what you want to really be able to do is maximize that transition time. So make it so you have a very, very low transition times faster, okay? Because it's all about where you get to your speed. So if you're taller, you want to make it so the best, as fast as you can. So taller athletes, fast contact time, right? So what you want to do is you want to get to your fast contact time as soon as you can. That's where your acceleration really goes. If you're shorter, you want to get to a fast transition, which is the time spent off the ground, as fast as you can, right? So the better you can go with this number. So it's right leg here, where you're pressing off the ground. This is the transition time. When you're pressing off the ground, you're transitioning through and touching down here. That you want to be able to optimize that or get that to the number that you're shooting for as quickly as you can. And for the shorter guys, really, you probably want to be closer to like 0.32, really in the lower end. If you're taller, then it's better to be like 0.34 through 6. If you're shorter, you want to be like somewhere between 0.3 and 3.2. Okay, and then shorter, that's like 5'10", 5'11", somewhere in there. That's where you want to have that really quick transition time with those legs. So you want those legs to be cycling very, very quickly. That's how you maximize your overall run. All right, there's a lot of information there, and I'll use this to write it down a little bit too. But hopefully that made sense for how did DK Metcalf really make a big difference. We're anybody that's watching this, if you guys haven't checked out our speed program, I highly recommend you guys doing it. Very, very technical, very, very informative, very, very science-based to help you get faster, all right? And we're just going to keep on adding more and more content to it. We're going to add more and more content to our Facebook community. It's just going to all be a much more, the overall experience is just going to continue to get better here I highly recommend you guys getting a part of this, especially if you're somebody that's trying to get better in the 40s. You're going to go to any of these combines, any of these camps, you need to get good numbers here. This is a really, really great opportunity for you guys to be part of something that can help you in actually accomplishing that for a very, very reasonable price. So hopefully you guys can get started as soon as you can. And if you're around the 100 too, I would say that we can make the same type of impact. We're going to be able to really make a big difference on you pretty quick here with your ability to run faster and just accomplish more as a sprinter. So this program is going to be great. Looking forward to seeing some great results, and let me know if you guys have any questions. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, you can subscribe down below, and that way you can get updates on any of the new videos that we get. Also, if you want to, you can check out some of our other breakdowns for speed and throwing. We have exercises, also jumping mechanics videos, a lot of great stuff within our channel. Hope you enjoy.